Hello everyone, welcome back to some more G-Senjou no Maou. So, here we are, Chapter 1. The icy winter wind blew away all of my drowsiness. Once again, I go to school. I don't have to think at school, so it's fun. Eh? Cannon suddenly burst out from behind the wall of the apartment. That's quite a face. Ow! She put a death grip on both of my arms. What on earth are you doing so early in the morning? She started pouting unhappily. Okay, I got it. Can you just let me go? What? Her eyes seem to be searching for something. Sorry, I'm clueless. Promised? Now that she mentions it, I guess I did say something to that effect. Oh, about that. I'm sorry, really. I'd better come up with a good excuse. Well, I'm really sorry. I lost my wallet yesterday and spent all that time looking for it. Central Boulevard. I was with Tsubaki. Baki is what she calls Tsubaki. You don't have to perform a thorough interrogation. We were just hanging out. Cannon's mood seems to be worsening with each passing second. I'm really sorry. Alright. No matter what, she'll be happy if she's being petted. Just like a cat. In an instant, her surly mood dissipated. The person being patted on the head is saying, "Good boy." I know. I'll definitely be there. I'd better remember to do so this time. Cannon stuck to my side naturally. Hey, don't latch onto my arm. As the weather was slowly getting colder, the Jugasaki students were wearing warm winter jackets. He's really going at it. After we finally arrived at the school gates, we were greeted by the same scene as yesterday. Once again, Aichi is unleashing an attack of love upon our unfortunate Miss Noriko. And for the record, I'm pretty sure he sucks at sports. Christ, Aichi, you can't just fling out a transparent lie like that. He can't surf at all. What's he going to do, practice until summer? Once again with our psychic powers! Knowing what Aichi is saying under his breath. Or mentally thinking, I can't really tell if he's supposed to be mumbling that or just thinking it. But anyway, quite the cunning ploy. Oh no. Cannon suddenly started shouting. Cannon's pretty famous at school. Everyone knows her, including the teachers. But let's save that story for later. At the moment, Aichi's face is beginning to convulse. Cannon displayed a teasing smile. Well, he's lying, so there's no way he'd be able to answer. I wonder how Aichi is going to escape this dilemma.
僕、日直だから先に行くね。
Dash! Come on now, running isn't going to fix the problem.
エイちゃん、今日日直じゃないでしょ。待て
Lie after lie after lie. And so the demon chased down the clown. Despite the bitter cold, school really is peaceful. Eiichi arrived at the classroom with Cannon right on his tail. And we somehow made it before them. Perhaps it's because he sprinted the entire way, but Eiichi can't even stand up straight anymore.
兄さん、兄さん。
On the other hand, Cannon didn't even break a sweat.
なんちゃん、授業が始まるまで寝るね。
No? Are you tired because of the morning practice?
昨日ね、パパリンと夜遅くまでお話ししてたから。
With Gonzo? Did Papa say anything?
頑張ってオリンピック行けって。パパとっても優しかったよ。
Yeah. My memories seem to be piling up into quite a mountain, but I won't think about it much at school. Hey, I just noticed it, but what's in the bag? Cannon was carrying a duffel bag in addition to her backpack.
体操着が入ってるんだよ。
Oh right, we have PE today. Isn't that a designer brand?
兄さんが買ってくれたんじゃない。
Oh yeah, I was.
じゃ、なんちゃん寝る。
She passed out as soon as she got to her seat. It was almost like something out of a
どうして
manga. Eiichi called out to me the moment Cannon was down.
今の俺の気持ち、わかるだろ。
Say what now?
アマ、カノンはよ。つの、おめえの妹だから今まで多めに見てきた感はあるんだよ。寛大な俺ちゃんはよ。
Listen, man.
でもマジ限界っつうか、あんま調子こいて俺の狩りを邪魔されるとリアルにトサカに来るっつうか。
No, I'd say the problem here is the method you employ in your hunting.
うるせえ、今日は部活だからな。
Huh? Club activities? I'm afraid the only club I belong to is the Going Home Club.
てめえ、何寝言こいてんだよ。秘密教室作っただろうが、誓い立てただろうが、俺とお前で宇宙征服するんだろうが。
I have the feeling I did do something like that.
忘れたとは言わさねえぞ。
Don't worry, I remember. The lab equipment storage room, right? Upon hearing that, Eiichi's mouth curved into a mischievous smile.
あ、放課後な。
Eiichi walked out of the classroom. I looked around at my fellow classmates. It seems Shiratori is absent today. Homeroom is about to begin.
間に合っ
How rare. You were almost late. Tsubaki smiled shyly upon hearing my greeting.
た。夜更かししてたら寝坊しちゃってね。
You were writing in your diary all night, weren't you?
え？なんでわかるの？
It was an easy guess.
昨日はアザイくんと遊んだからたくさん書きたくなっちゃったんだよ。
Are we going to be hanging out again today?
あ、覚えててくれたんだ。
Of course. But the thing is, something just came up, and Eiichi and I are going to have to take care of some business on campus. So would you mind meeting up somewhere instead of waiting for me?
いいよ。昨日行った喫茶店で待ち合わせしよう。
If anything happens, just call me. You still have my cell number, right?
バッチリ。
Tsubaki flashed me a brilliant smile.
それにしても今日も白鳥さんお休みみたいだね。
Yeah. Did you hear anything about it? Tsubaki shook her head apologetically.
宇佐美さんも来てないし。
Usami Haru, huh? She transferred here only yesterday.
宇佐美さんにも電話番号聞こった。今日から友達になってくれるって言ってたし。
Don't you think it's kinda weird to say something like, let's be friends starting tomorrow?
そんなことないよ。宇佐美さんきっと恥ずかしがり屋さんなんだよ。
I've been thinking this for a while now, but your kindness is really intimidating. You know that? Nothing. Class is about to start. We return to our seats. And so, even though lunch break arrived, Usami was still nowhere to be found. Ah, Miki-chan. I really want to thank you for the other day. I was on the phone.
エイちゃん、嘘は良くないぞ。 だから嘘じゃないってば、もう勘弁してよ。
Eiji looked like he was going to cry while he stuffed his face with pudding.
お菓子ばっかり食べてるから性格が曲がっていくんだぞ。
毎日違うお菓子食べてるからいいの。
そんなのわけわかんないよ。
いいの、僕のポリシーなの。昨日はチョコで今日はプリンなの。
Well, come to think of it, he does actually eat something different every day.
今日もいいお天気です。みんな仲良しでグッドです。まる。
Everyone's getting along. Yes, everyone's passing the time in their own way, as usual.
じゃあ今度の日曜日に温水プール行こうよ。
今度の日曜日はペットの餌を買いに行くからダメ。
カノンちゃん、エイチ君を信じてあげなよ。ってあれ
Tsubaki's eyes widen.
あれ、宇佐美さんじゃない？
あ、本当だ。
As if seeing a lighthouse in a storm, Eiichi sprinted over.
あの髪型からして間違いないよ。
おーい、宇佐美
Cannon gave her a nickname, just like that. It seems like Usami finally noticed us. I had just finished my phone call. Pretending to be a playboy is hard work.
宇佐美、こっち来なよ。
Everyone was waving at her. Usami cautiously approached us. Her monstrous head of hair billowed, completely ignorant to the laws of physics.
ああ、どうも。
宇佐美、いつ来たの？
Just no enthusiasm whatsoever.
さっきっす。基本朝とか脆弱なんで。どうして屋上にいるの？はあ？いや、はじゃなくて、昨日もここで会ったよね。いや、深い意味はないっすけど、高いところとか好きなんで。
Tsubaki walked straight towards her.
宇佐美さん、宇佐美さん。
え、
今日からお友達だよね。
Tsubaki looked extremely happy.
誰っすか？
Critical hit.
って、あ、すいません、思い出した。
思い出してくれた？
うん。
She stuck her chin up in the air.
私は宇佐美春だ。お前の名は？なんかすごい凛々しい。
椿です。
よし、椿か。覚えたぞ。
のんちゃんも。私カノン。
いいだろう。カノンだな。あ、僕H。あ、いや、一日二人が限界なんで。
No more space up there.
ちょっと。椿、カノン、いいか？私のことは勇者と呼べ。不満か？
不満じゃなくて。なんで？
理由は特にない。だが、今まで私の仲間になった人間には必ずそう呼ばせている。
なんかよくわかんないけどいいよ。私もいいよ。それで友達になれるんなら。勇者さん。
Why is the scene so bizarre? I was just about to say that this dialogue is absolutely absurd, but there we go. She seems like she's really enjoying this.
うん。私は今とても気分がいい。よってお前たちにも役職を与えよう。
Jobs?
椿、お前は僧侶だ。
え？僧侶？何をする人なの？
癒し系だ。
癒し系？バッキーにぴったりだよ。ねえねえ、のんちゃんは？
お前は戦士だ。
おお、戦士強いぞ。
僕魔法使いがいい。エテ吉さんはスライムとかがいいんじゃないですかね。ちょっと仲間に入れてよ。いや、なんかエテ吉さんってゲルっぽいじゃないですか。
ねえねえ、兄さんは？
Oh my god. A slime. Me?
あ、宇佐美さん、彼は 浅井くんって言うんだよ。
Tsubaki went to the trouble of introducing me.
そうだな。
She checked me out from head to toe. What?
え、
As if she'd just discovered something shocking, Usami's face suddenly tensed up.
まさか。
どうしたの？
I can't read her face. It's a strange expression, or rather, she's expressionless. It's as if she's thinking about something and having no thoughts at all at the same time.
ねえ、兄さんは何かな？やっぱり遊び人かな？
いや、
As Usami parted her lips, the bell that signaled the end of lunch rang. I have no idea what's going on, but it's nice to meet you. I extended my hand, hoping for a mutual response. What's wrong? Did we meet in a previous life?
一ついいか。
Usami put on a strange expression.
浅井はただの学園生じゃないな。
Are you a fortune teller? I'm just an average, run-of-the-mill student that can be found anywhere. She's a strange one.
今時の学生が友達になろうという時に握手なんて照れくさいことをするか？
Now that she mentions it, I suppose that's true. What kind of girl in this age would have others call her hero for no reason? The habits from my job subconsciously surfaced.
それはそうっすね。
The corner of her lips tugged into a grin. What about this is amusing exactly? We should hurry back. We've got PE.
あ、そうだった。急がなきゃ。かのんちゃん、体動かすの大好きだもんね。今日はバレーボールだ。宇佐美さん、行こう。
Ken pranced off with her usual excess of energy. Aren't you coming, Usami? She silently stared at me. I'd better ignore her. See you down there, then. I left the roof in a hurry. I don't know why, but I could feel her lingering gaze on my back all the way to the classroom. What up with that? Break time. I was called to the faculty office. While I'm at school, I tried to avoid attracting attention or provoking judgment from my peers. Of course, that involves a bit of effort outside everyone's line of sight. But due to my frequent skipping, I'm occasionally called out by the teacher. I didn't bother putting effort into the pop quiz yesterday, so now my math teacher is out for blood. He's got that passion for education thing going on.
おい、Azai。先生はな、お前はもっとできるんじゃないかと思ってるんだ。
No, I tried pretty hard.
昨日のテストにしてもそうだ。お前、わざと答えを間違えてないか？
What kind of teacher would think that? Of course not.
まあいい。ちょっとこの問題解いてみろ。
There was a worksheet laying on the teacher's messy desk. He tapped his finger over the logistic curve on the paper. What? Right now?
早くしろ。補習だと思え。
Looks like neglecting the quiz was a bad call. Alright, I'll do it. I held the pencil and gazed at the questions. This here goes like this.
Azai なら簡単だろ？
The teacher was staring at me like a hawk, observing my every move. Don't stare at me like... Ah.
なんだ？
The lead snapped. Well, just look. The desk is a little bumpy, don't you think? If one were to look closely, one would notice the many small holes in the desk, along with countless scratches.
教師の机ってのは使い込むもんなんだよ。
Oh, come on, it's just a desk. Trying to write on this thing messes up the characters. And look right here, it even made me tear a hole in the paper.
ぐちぐち言ってないで、とっととやれ。
Break time's over. Even then, the math teacher wouldn't let me go. Then again, it wasn't all that bad. Compared to my job, school's heaven. After school was over, I crept over to the lab equipment storage room. It's usually locked, but a teacher let me borrow the key once, and I secretly made a duplicate. This is an Aichi's in my territory. Let the secret club activities begin. Aichi was in the hall, waiting for permission to enter the room. Bees.
解雇されること。
Babies.
胸部中央に歯を唱えた突起。
Rabies.
とても怖い。
wannabes.
イエーイ
And thus, the password check was complete. Very well. You may enter.
神お久しぶりでございます
I mean, what the hell, man? Do I even need to say anything? He's wearing the freaking hood. Oh my god. I know it's supposed to be Kami, but I mean, the freaking white robe and hood. I'm sure you guys know where I'm going with that. But anyway. Yes, it's been half a year.
いやー1ヶ月ぶりくらいです神は本当に忘れっぽいですね
How rude. My time is infinite, and therefore my concept of time isn't as specific as yours.
申し訳ございませんか
Aichi knelt in front of me.
っていうか神相変わらずダサい被り物してますね
Yes, it is. Silence, mortal. You're the one that made me wear this thing in the first place.
そうでしたっけ
If you feign ignorance, God will become wrathful.
申し訳ございませんたびたび助けていただいたご恩は一生忘れません
Yes, the fact that you can enjoy this existence is all thanks to me.
はいのりこ先生の電話番号を教えてくれたのも神でした
Yes,
のりこ先生がお酒好きというネタを教えてくれたのも神でした
I'm glad you understand.
でも未だにのりこ先生と年頃な関係になれないんですが
That's your problem.
まあいいですでは早速今回のお願いなんですが
This is the voice of God, by the way. Sure, let's hear it. There's nothing I can't do. Aichi lowered his head.
気に入らない人間がいるのです
How tragic. It is simply human nature that one cannot avoid hating another.
そいつはあろうことか人の恋路を土足で踏み荒らしやがったのです
Oh, that's truly unforgivable.
どうか神そいつに神の裁きを復讐の鉄槌
No problem. What's her name?
をカノンです
Who?
アザイカノンです
Hey, wait a minute.
どうしたんですか神あなたは今まで数々の悪の手口を僕に教えてくれたじゃないですか
Yeah, but, this is completely different.
バレずに女子トイレを覗き見する方法とかバレずに早弁する方法とかこっそり職員室に忍び込む方法とか
Hold it right there.
僕はもういい加減頭に来たんですよあいつが邪魔をしなければとっくにノリコは僕のものになってるはずなんです
Oh, come on. You're projecting here. Besides, canon is mine.
神は神でしょ唯一神でしょ妹とかいるわけないでしょ
Looks like he's going to get his revenge one way or the other. Cool down. Canon may be a spoiled brat, but she's not a bad person.
あ
Don't me.
あ
Don't me either. What are you, an infant?
お前に可愛いキャラでぶりっこしても無駄だったな
I already know what you're really like.
どうしてもダメですか
No.
もういいよチキシャ
Alright, meeting adjourned. God has better things to do. After putting the cone hat on the rack in my makeshift dressing room, I walked out into the hall.
てめえがこんな薄情なやつだとは思わなかった
Revenge isn't a good thing. Aichi looked like he wanted to spit on the floor. If it's a girl you want, I can always introduce you to another one.
やだ年上で大卒で年収1000万じゃないとやだ
Oh, please. That's utterly impossible. No, it wouldn't be that impossible. The only problem would be that I'd have to use my other non-student persona to introduce him to such a woman.
つまんねえからゲーセン行こうぜ
Ah, about that.
なんだよどうせお前は授業終わったらセントラル街でナンパに明け暮れてるんだろは
Not this time. I promised I'd meet up with Tsubaki.
あんな約束お前のいつもの忘れっぽいキャラですっぽかせや
We're going to buy CDs together. We were together yesterday, too, you know. This could be the start of a brand new love.
ほんと頭がピンクのやつはこれだから困るぜ
Come on, a promise is a promise.
ちょっとお前はチャラ男くんの癖して妙に義理がたいっていうか友情に熱いっていうか主人公属性つけてっから腹立つんだよな
That's actually rather satisfying. See you tomorrow. It seems that the school's opinion of me meets my expectations.
俺も帰ってウサギに慰めてもらおうっと。
If I maintain this lie, others will begin to see it as the truth. When I came upon Central Boulevard, the streets were already illuminated by the endless rows of neon lights. It would appear that I'm a bit late. Pushing back the suffocating crowd, I walked towards the cafe Lapis Lazuli.
いらっしゃいませ。1名様ですか？
The waiter greeted me with a single finger raised. No, someone's waiting for me. As I glanced around the cafe, I realized that I couldn't find Tsubaki. Excuse me, did a girl wearing a Gyuga Saki uniform stop by? The waiter tilted his head a bit. She carries a diary around everywhere.
ああ、はいはい。いらっしゃってましたよ。
Did she already leave?
男性の方と一緒に見えられて、ついさっきまた一緒に店を出て行かれましたよ。
What? Don't tell me. What was the man like?
女の子にしきりに話しかけてましたね。色黒で体が大きくてジャケットを羽織ってましたよ。
Yep, a con artist. He probably saw Tsubaki as an easy target. Generally, con artists won't immediately bring their prey into their office. Instead, they'll talk with girls in some place with a nice atmosphere, like this cafe, trying to measure them up. Jesus, that naive girl. At the best, he wants her to work as a hostess at his hostess bar. At worst, he'll want her in a porno. Even though I had just arrived, I immediately left. There are 4 operational talent agencies of varying sizes along Central Boulevard. All of them are under the protection of Azai Gonzo's organization. Of course, they all know what the Azai Corporation is. Even though I didn't want to resort to this, I really have no choice. I dialed on my cell. This is a call from the Azai Corporation. Has your agency been in contact with a girl named Tsubaki in the past few hours? She'd be wearing a Gyuga Saki uniform. An hour passed.
アザイくん。
Tsubaki walked down the dark stairs of the building. Ah, I finally found you. It's nearly impossible when you don't carry a cell. Despite being picked up by a con artist, she doesn't seem to be in any bad shape. What happened? I pretended not to know anything.
なんだかね、写真を撮らせてほしいって頼まれてたの。ファッション雑誌のカメラマンの人に声をかけられてね。
Wow, not bad. You are pretty cute.
そんなことないよ。ありがとね。
That smile almost ended up in a dirty magazine. But you promised you'd meet me at the coffee shop. You shouldn't just go off with strangers.
ごめん。それは本当にごめんね。でもその人すっごく熱心にお話ししてて断るのもかわいそうで。でもセントラル街って公衆電話が全然ないんだね。そしたらその人が事務所に来てくれれば電話を貸してくれるって。
Seriously? This girl has absolutely no sense of danger or suspicion. So, what about the photographs?
一枚も。なんだか急に帰っていいって言われて丁寧に出口まで見送ってもらったよ。
Of course that bastard would be respectful after hearing the Azai family name.
私審査落ちしちゃったみたいだね。
At that, I could only crack a wry smile. Forget about it. It's no big deal. Let's go get that box CD.
あ、ごめんね、待たせちゃって。
After we bought everything, we casually strolled along the streets.
浅井くん、どうして2枚も同じ CD 買ったの？
You don't know?
なんだかわからないけど。
I explained as I looked at the 2 CDs. The first is for my collection. I'm never going to open it. Room decoration only.
へえ、本当に好きなんだね。私バッハは G-Senjouのアリアとトッカータとフーガくらいしかわからないよ。
Well, those are some of his most famous pieces. This CD is centered around Chacon.
シャコンの
To be specific, it's the oh man, this is gonna be terrible. Partita number 2 in D minor. It's played exclusively by violins, so it's very hard to put together.
パルティータ
There are many versions of this Chacone. The most famous is probably the one by Busoni, but personally, I'm not too hot on that one.
ブドーン
Although while Bach is only Bach's polyphonetic compositions are excellent, of course, I do think that some of his works that hold back a bit, or rein in their complexity and difficulty, pieces much like Air and Fugue, that allow the audience to enjoy the beauty of their melodies, have a charm of their own.
あ、うんうん
That face. The French suites are an astounding example of this. If we wanted to talk performers, Leonhardt plays the best, harpsichord of these pieces, but you'd have to give me a little more time to think when it comes to the piano.
へえ、そうなんだ
Even though I've said this much, please don't think of me as a diehard fan. I still don't really understand the appeal of his church cantatatas for example. This is all over my head.
あ、浅井くんってちょっとマニアックなところあるんだな
Yeah, he's not a diehard.
今日もありがとうね可愛い日記も書いたし楽しかったよ
In the end, what sets Bach apart from the rest is...
まだ続くんだ
We arrived at the station before we knew it. Oh crap, I promised Cannon I'd come watch her this evening. Skipping out twice in a row would drive her nuts.
そうなんだごめんね遅くまで付き合わせて
Nah, don't worry about it. Just a second, I need to take this.
あ、鳴ってるねかのんちゃんかな
I grabbed my phone. Hey, oh, Miki-chan, what's up? Oh? Yeah, right. Really? Well, let's grab some dinner next time, okay? Yes. Yes. See ya. It was nothing important. Sorry, Tsubaki, I have to go now.
浅井くん
Tsubaki was forcing her lips shut, swallowing her tension. What?
えっと
Yeah?
CD 貸してくれると嬉しいな
Sure, no problem. I'll give it to you in a couple of days from now, after I've finished listening to it. Was that really it?
じゃあまた明日学園でね
It seems that she's still hiding something. Oh well, who cares? After saying goodbye, I left for the skating rink. Time to hang out with Cannon. It was 2 stations from Central Boulevard by train. The skating arena is right smack in the middle of the central district, and is a complex building indeed. Inside are not only regular ice rinks, but also specialized ones for ice hockey and figure skating. Not to mention the fact that they keep it open year-round. With the amount of media attention Cannon has been receiving recently, it's not surprising that Toman Betsu City is going all out with its sports facilities. It was 6:30 already. It's almost time to clear out the regular customers and make the complex into a facility solely dedicated to reserved practice time. I got in after explaining to security that I was a relative of Cannon. Of course, joining these athletics on the ice during their rigorous training is strictly forbidden. I sat in the stands and silently observed the practice.
兄さんだ
A happy, carefree voice came from the direction of the rink. I couldn't see her coach anywhere, so it was probably break time.
兄さん見て見て
Cannon gracefully glided around a track, not even wearing a coat. Hey, what are you playing?
遊んでないよコンパルソリーだよ
Compulsory figures is an event where an athlete has to etch a pattern into the ice, or onto the ice. Although, since it was unsuitable for TV broadcast, the event has been excluded from most competitions.
もうちょっとで終わるから待っててね
Cannon was on one leg, going in a circle. Occasionally, she would change the direction of the curve, slowly tracing out a symbol on the ice. Due to its slow nature, it doesn't look all that fancy. I'm getting bored here, but for Canon, it's an important test of her skills.
終わり
To keep on practicing even during break. Impressive.
こういうのも見せちゃうぞ。
Canon faced me while skating backwards. The skates traced out 2 parallel curves with complete ease. Wow, have you gotten better or something? I gave her an obligatory comment.
くるくるっ
Compliment,
と
rather.
回っちゃうぞ。
Pivoting off that motion, she began to spin. But it would appear that she didn't generate enough momentum, and she suddenly stopped shortly thereafter. Wow, that looked really good or something.
兄さん、あんまり適当なこと言ってるとのんちゃん怒るぞ。
Well, I'm not a judge or anything, so I really don't know. Still, it seems like you've lost some weight.
おかげでもうちょっと高く飛べるようになったんだ。
Height 5'3", body shape well proportioned. However, it was her long limbs that really gave her the edge in figure skating.
うわ
When she tried executing a second jump, she lost her balance. Hey now, don't get cocky and injure yourself.
怪我したら兄さんが助けてくれるんだよね。
She chatted as she came over to the seats. Aren't you cold?
平気平気。
That thing you're wearing, is that your competition costume?
そうだよ。
Is it okay to be wearing that right now?
大会近いからね。衣装で練習する時もあるんだよ。
In a month and a half, Canon will be entering a competition that's used to select Olympic participants.
でも本当は兄さんに見てもらいたかったからなんだ。
She held out her arms and hugged me tightly. Hey, watch it.
何が？
Look at your feet. Those razor-sharp blades almost cut my toes off.
踏んじゃえ踏んじゃえ。
This girl has a weird sense of humor. Oh yeah, where's Mama?
コーチ？コーチは今会議してるって。
She's really busy, huh? I wanted to say hi at least.
なんだかね、のんちゃんカナダに行ってたでしょ。外国での練習が終わって今後どういう風にのんちゃんを伸ばすのかっていう話し合いしてるみたい。
What direction do you want to go in?
知らない。でも絶対オリンピック行くよ。
She's a simple one, isn't she?
ねえねえ、のんちゃんの人気者計画聞いてよ。
Plan?
もっともっと有名になってもっとたくさんの人にのんちゃんのこと見てもらうんだ。
She's definitely simple. Great, so what comes next?
終わりだけど。
Yeah, it's a vague plan, but that's so like you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Canon returned to the skating rink once again, smiling all the while.
さてさて、じゃあ兄さんにも4回転ジャンプを見せてやろうじゃないか。
Oh, you mean the loop? Quad jump refers to the quadruple lutz, an extremely difficult jump that has never been successfully performed in any public women's competition around the world. The jumping itself is easy. Landing the damn thing is the hard part.
今まで全部転んじゃってるんだけど、兄さんの前ならきっとできる。
Hey, don't try it if you can't do it. It hurts when you fall, doesn't it?
だって成功したらもっと人気者になれるよ。
That only works if you succeed.
みんな新しい技が大好きなんだよ。だから頑張って絶対成功させるんだ。
Cannon started skating again, full of momentum.
兄さん、行くよ。
Wait, I'm getting a call. It's probably Miki-chan again. Jeez, there's a limit on how much you can disrupt my life, you know. Hello? However, when I heard the voice coming through the receiver, I couldn't help but hold my breath.
兄さんまだ。
Cannon was nowhere near my radar.
やっちゃうぞ。ジャンプしちゃうぞ。よそ見してても知らないぞ。
After the call disconnected, I said one thing to her. Sorry, something came up.
ちょっとちょっと。
Cannon stopped her feet, and the sound of crushed ice reached my ears. My mindset had already changed. My carefree time in the surface world was already over. because that call was from Azai Gonzo, summoning me to his quarters. The city's southern district is very quiet. It's a tranquil, high-class residential district, with newly built homes lined up one after the other. Each of the many mansions is so spacious and luxurious that it creates the illusion that one isn't even in Japan anymore. The pedestrian count is remarkably low, and I only occasionally pass by a cop patrolling on a bicycle. The luxurious doors all bear the metal plates of various protection agencies, sparing not even the space for an insect to pass through. It's an area that suitably demonstrates the power of the people who live here, and the control of the city. After around an hour, I arrived at Gonzo's estate. No matter how often I come here, I still get nervous. When I pressed the doorbell, a maid quickly answered. "It's Kyousuke. Is my father in the house?" Here we go. After a few more minutes, I was allowed through the gate. 2 expensive black cars were parked out on the grounds. I looked at the pond as I walked through the hall. On the way, I met a few of Gonzo's subordinates and greeted them. Gonzo is having dinner with a guest right now. I was commanded to join them for a drink. I can only follow instructions. I finally arrived at the door of the guest room. Light leaked out from beyond the sliding door. I didn't hear a conversation. Instead, I only heard the sound of alcohol rapidly flowing through someone's throat. Man, you got good hearing if you can hear that. Without a doubt, that man awaited me on the other side. "Pardon the interruption, sir. It's Kyousuke." After a short while, Azai Gonzo released a deep sigh that resembled the braying of an animal. "May I join you?" I heard that there was a guest, but I couldn't sense anyone else in there. Oh, damn. I immediately sensed something abnormal. A series of extravagant dishes had been strewn about the tatami mats. It's been a long time. I sincerely apologize. In this traditional room, a man who appeared to be a guest lay before me. He was bleeding from the forehead and was lying down flat on the table. You can see a bloody hand right there. I gazed at the man, unsure whether he was dead or alive, and put on a mask of indifference. There are no problems worth mentioning. No problems at all. Before my father, before Azai Gonzo, I'm used to the sight of blood. On the corner of the table lay a crumpled business card. Maou Station, First Planning Department, Executive Producer. I think I've heard his name before. Every Monday at prime time, he airs popular drama shows with over 20% viewer rates. This guy is pretty famous. Both his personal and work lives are riddled with impressive exploits, and there's no person in the entertainment world who wouldn't wag his or her tail for him. No. If he gave out his card, that means this is the first time they've met. You haven't changed, father. Canon is famous as a beautiful figure skater. She's even been in a few commercials. If Gonzo called this man arrogant, then it's probably not his personality. It's probably because of some problems with the contract. At any rate, my father just submerged someone in the sea of violence upon their first meeting. Someone of rather prominent stature, no less. When I was younger, I always wondered why he could bend the rules like that. It seems like the man is still alive. Is that really the kind of thing that you want to be saying while you're like laying in a pool of your own blood? Gonzo glanced at the man as he picked up a piece of sashimi unrivaled in taste. Gonzo laughed gleefully.
20歳になる娘がいるんだ。
Gonzo took another swallow of delicious sake. I can understand what Gonzo is thinking. It's too late now. To those who have never experienced true danger, threatening to call their lawyers or the police at the first sign of hostility seems completely logical. Only, it's too late. The police won't move until something has happened, and a lawyer can't be by one's side 24/7.
娘がソープに沈められてからうちのどうでもいいような若いのが懲役食らったとしてお前は満足なのか。
This isn't a dry threat. Multitudes of delinquents under Azai Gonzo's control are just licking their lips, desperately waiting to receive any order. Beasts would take pride in their time spent in custody. They're illogical creatures, men who don't even analyze the immediate future. They merely follow orders down to the letter.
まあ座って刺身でも食っている。
Blood is splashed here and there across the food. The blowfish looks particularly delicious. Thank you, sir. The man's breath was as feeble as an insect's. Yet, I picked up my chopsticks. No, alcohol's a bit.
九州の焼酎でな、なかなかいける。
Really? This guy is on his last leg. Nevertheless, the two of us neglect him and enjoy our food. This is the relationship between Azai Gonzo and Azai Kyousuke. Well then, what's the day's command? I timidly cut to the chase. Gonzo tilted his head.
メスの匂いがす
Pardon? What's he talking about?
る。女で作った。
No. Paying no mind to my refusal, he glared at me, emitting an unspoken, suffocating pressure. I swallowed. I was fooling around with a classmate, Miwa Tsubaki, for a couple of days. That was it, really. She has no money, so I had no real interest in her. Gonzo stared at me once again. He's almost 6.5 feet tall. The giant excreted intimidation from his every pore. Is there something amiss?
その女ではないな。
A woman I've been around, but not Tsubaki.
カノンにあった。
Yes, she told me. Gonzo took a furious swig of the liquor.
カノンは幾子と違って威勢がいいな。
Ikuko is Kanon's mother. I call her Mama when I'm at school or speaking with Kanon. She's a figure skating coach. Also, she was Gonzo's lover long ago. In other words, even though Kanon was his only daughter, she was still merely the child of a mistress. Gonzo's real wife died a while ago. I never met her. Kanon doesn't know about this, and obviously Gonzo and Ikuko live separately. Kanon's personality is much more similar to yours than her mother's. Stubborn and arbitrary.
あれは金になる娘だ。
Yes. She's a candidate for the Olympics. Publishers and production companies are constantly knocking at the door. If she does manage to get in, foreign media will undoubtedly be interested in coverage. Her future is looking bright. As a front organization, we at Azai Corporation should consider using her as a powerful PR tool to help us improve our image. Gonzo gave a satisfied nod at my suggestion.
カノンのことだが。
Gonzo opened up his hairy fist. The atmosphere in the room suddenly became unpleasant.
いいか、京介。
When he called my name, my anxiety peaked.
犯しておけ。
Damn. In an instant, the strong man in front of me turned into a detestable monster.
メスを従順にさせるには食うのが一番だ。
How can such a father even exist? Even if she's illegitimate, Canon is still his flesh and blood. To have his foster son engage in such intimacies, one must question the man's sanity.
カノンにはもっと稼いでもらわねばならん。オスはまだ利害で動く頭を持っているが、メスは違う。わかる。
I gave an ambiguous nod.
やり口は何でもいい。恋愛をしているふりをしてもいいし、将来的に席を作っても重要なのは肉体関係を持つことだ。メスはそういうことにこだわり、縛られる生き
Those creatures. I understand. I'll see to it sooner or later. My head is numb. When I'm before this monster, all regular thoughts ceased.
それから
Gonzo lowered his voice a notch.
モーヤとかいうガキの集団を知ってるか。
Yes, they're an event circle, which has gained a bit of power on Central Boulevard. An event circle is an organization that helps gather customers for clubs when special events are held. They're just a group of party-loving thugs, but their outward appearance is pleasing, and they can dance and DJ. Compared to some talentless performers, they're actually quite good at gathering customers. Do you intend to do business with them? After those organizations expand to a certain point, Yakuza usually come in to help clean up the mess. In exchange for a protection fee, the Yakuza will then help them out when they run into any sort of trouble. However, Gonzo wrinkled his brow at my supposition.
連中が覚醒剤を回して
No way. My back erupted into a cold sweat. Such a small organization actually dared to sell cocaine? Unforgivable. Of course, the reason that's unforgivable isn't because it's against the law. All the cocaine circulating in the city is under the control of the Sonoyama group. Azai Gonzo happens to be the leader of said group, the fourth in its history. I only know what I have to, so I have no idea where they get the cocaine from. But the important thing is that these amateurs went ahead and stepped into our territory.
しかもどうやらうちが回しているものより質がいいらしい。
That's very strange.
今人をやって坊やの幹部を捕まえに行かせているところだ。
With his mobility, power, and extensive network of information, tracking down a little brat or two would take little to no effort. I understand. I might not be needed in this case, but I'll search amongst the shadows. I lowered my head deeply.
頼んだぞ、息子や。
Yes. After all, I owe my current lifestyle to you, father. I drank with Gonzo until late into the night. I have no idea what happened to that unfortunate producer. Yeah, so that's Azai Gonzo, Kyousuke's adopted father. A real nice guy, clearly, and model father. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's a good place to end this episode. So thank you guys very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.